It's our meteorologist Ross Hall here with you on this Monday, and really a continuation from the weekend in terms of our weather conditions. Nothing overly hot or humid, and certainly not very wet either. There's a slight chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm across portions of southern Ontario, but most areas will stay dry. Southwestern Quebec, for the most part, staying dry as well, with temperatures in the high 20s, a sun-cloud mix. We've started off with a bit of cloud cover at times through the morning hours, and yeah, it will be a sun-cloud mix this afternoon. Winds have been out of the north in Toronto. We've had a northerly wind in Montreal. We'll get into more of a southerly wind over the next couple of days, and here's a look at how temperatures will unfold. We're into the high 20s with that sun-cloud mix, near 27 in Toronto, 28 in Peterborough, near 27 in Montreal. A little more sunshine as you head east through the Ottawa Valley into eastern Ontario and southwestern Quebec. So what can we expect as we move through this week? Well, that chance of wet weather will be on the increase. I'll talk about that. Plus, in the longer range forecast, we're looking at the heat and humidity returning. Your full forecast details are coming up.
Today marks 6 years.
Well, hope everyone had a great weekend. It was a pleasant July weekend, in my opinion. I know some people would like it maybe a little warmer, a little cooler. Well, if you like heat, you will like the forecast in the longer range. For today, temperatures are certainly near average. That would be around 26, 27 degrees with the sun-cloud mix. The humidex value in still a relatively comfortable range, around 32, 33. We are looking at the slight chance of an afternoon shower, early evening shower or thunderstorm, but that won't be widespread. And then you can see overnight tonight we get down to the high teens in terms of what you can expect for sleeping weather as we head into tomorrow morning. So here's a look at the upper level pattern. We're still dealing with high heat in the west. Very high temperatures and dry conditions for the most part. There's that ridge. You can see the jet stream coming down a little bit. We've gotten into some cooler conditions in the east, although this ridge, this heat dome that's in the west, is going to start to move east by the weekend. And you'll see that reflected in the temperatures, especially as we head into Sunday and Monday. As we look at the satellite radar, we've got a disturbance to our south here, south of the Great Lakes, but through Ontario and Quebec, we are looking at dry conditions. And for any wet weather this afternoon, it likely will be confined to southwestern Ontario, maybe western sections of the GTA. There is that slight chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm today, and you can see once again tomorrow. Montreal should stay dry for the next couple of days, but the eastern townships south and east of Montreal have that chance of some wet weather. It's on Wednesday that we're looking at more widespread showers and thunderstorms developing as a cold front pushes through. So the better chance of seeing the wet weather will certainly be on Wednesday. For the next couple of days, certainly not enough to cancel any outdoor plans. We're up to 28 on Tuesday in Toronto. It'll feel closer to 34 when you factor in the humidex. There's that better chance of some wet weather Wednesday. Cooler Thursday, and then we get into a drier and more hot and humid pattern, especially towards the second half of the weekend into early next week. As you can see there, temperatures rising to the high 20s. We're looking at that potential for some showers and thunderstorms Wednesday in Montreal. Could be early Thursday as well. We're drier Friday into the weekend, but temperatures in Montreal getting up to the 30s by the second half of the weekend into early next week as well. And that's a look at your forecast.
Time now for our first look at the forecast. For that, let's check in with weather specialist Kaylee Bador. Hey, Kaylee.
Well, thanks, Carrie. Some sunshine to start the week. However, we do still have a lingering storm threat overnight for parts of the region and then returning tomorrow afternoon, especially east of Kingston as you head to the eastern portion of the province. So I'll get more into that in just a moment. For now, temperatures tonight also staying quite mild. As I mentioned, still a slight chance into tomorrow morning that we see some showers and even a slight chance of thunderstorms also. So we'll be leading that into the overnight and early on for Kingston. Now, then the sun comes out, mix of sun and cloud to start the day, and by the afternoon, looking at 27 degrees for the daytime high. 30% chance Kingston sees a shower, but as soon as you head north and east of Kingston towards South Frontenac, Smiths Falls area, Brockville as well, storm threat does start to develop around the region. And I do want to take a quick look on that with the futurecast, because there is potential that we do see some strong storms developing. A little bit of lingering cloud cover again for the eastern portion of the province here. And then as that starts to clear, the heat starts to build with humidity feeling in the mid-30s tomorrow. But it's really tomorrow afternoon that those storm cells start to develop. So a few downpours are possible, and then a chance that we do see some stronger active weather. So that's what we'll be following through the day tomorrow. Again, not everyone necessarily going to see that, but it could be an issue as we push through the day on Tuesday. So more on that coming up in the full forecast. For now, that's a first look at your weather.
First Weather is brought to you by Aubin Windows and Doors. For premium products, award-winning service, and professional installations, visit aubin.com.
A brand of bait.
Well, time now for a full look at your forecast. We have a few things happening weather-wise this week. The first, we have some heat, we have some humidity, some sunshine at times. Certainly, it's not going to be a washout week, but there's also the potential that we do see some storms developing right across the province. So including our viewing region, we are expecting to see that active weather threat developing on and off for the next few days. Things really clear out by the end of the week, but for now we do have the potential to see some storms also developing through Tuesday afternoon for some, especially through the eastern portion of the province, and then through Wednesday for northern Kawartha Lakes, Peterborough as you head north of Bancroft as well. So I want to step off the screen here just so you can get a good look at the region. As we head through the overnight tonight, just a few clouds developing for the most part, a slight chance of showers, still risk of thunderstorm does linger for Kingston area. And then through the afternoon tomorrow, north and east of Kingston, towards South Frontenac, Smiths Falls, especially toward Brockville, chance that we do see that active weather. And then that picks up north of Oshawa tomorrow. Newmarket area could get some wet weather by late afternoon and certainly through the evening and overnight. Wednesday, that target zone does start to shift a little bit farther north for Bancroft area, but we are looking at the chance of even some strong storms. So let's take a closer look here as you head north of Kingston, Smiths Falls, Brockville, downpours through the afternoon, and then chance that we do see some stronger storms starting to develop there as well. So that's for Tuesday afternoon. It clears back out, and we do have a few clouds overnight tonight, a few showers as you head Belleville, Kingston area. Chance of showers does linger. Mid-teens for the overnight around the region, but that heat, man, it returns tomorrow. Mid to upper 20s with the humidity feeling into the mid-30s. Uxbridge, Port Perry, 27 degrees. Haliburton tomorrow, 28 for Minden as well. And by the time you get to Lindsay, Peterborough, Havelock, 29. Mix of sun and cloud. Storm threat as you push farther east. So here we are for Smiths Falls through the afternoon, watching for that. And then 28 degrees, but feeling, again, more like 35 by the afternoon. So just keep in mind that we do have that heat, we have that humidity, and we do start to have that active weather threat pushing back into the forecast as well. But a quick look here at the 3 to 7 day for Oshawa area. By midweek, we do see more precipitation in the forecast, then clearing by the end of the week. And that's going to be a similar story for Peterborough as well. Active weather possible Wednesday before a very sunny weekend on the way. But keep in mind that threat will continue for thunderstorm risk lingering through midweek. But the weekend at this point is looking quite clear for Kingston as well. That's a full look at your weather.
Time now for our first look at the forecast. For that, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Anthony Farnell.
Good evening. It was another beautiful day out there. Temperatures soaring into the upper 20s. Not much in the way of humidity. Felt like 31 in Peterborough. Kingston, the high was 26, felt like 30 as well. 28 in Brockville, 27 in Ottawa. Tomorrow will be quite similar, although a touch more humidity around as those winds start to pick up from the southwest. The sky was mostly clear. The winds are still calm, but the clouds have actually rolled in. It happened late this evening, and now we're seeing mostly cloudy skies. If you do get some breaks, take a look at that full moon. It is spectacular out there in the sky, and we are dealing with one area of showers, but they are weakening as they move towards eastern Ontario. So we're not anticipating any rain tonight. As I say that, I'm skeptical as I'm speaking because there is some shower activity that's going to get awfully close to Kingston and the Thousand Islands. But as we move through into the day tomorrow, there will be a few pop-up showers late in the afternoon, and then Wednesday, widespread rain shower chances. 26 degrees at 3 p.m. in Kingston. It'll be a bit warmer in Peterborough as that temperature reaches 28 by late afternoon with a humidex of 34. I've got a look at your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
First Weather is brought to you by Aubin Windows and Doors. For premium products, award-winning service, and professional installations, visit aubin.com.
The pair.
From the Sky Tracker Weather Center, this is your hour-by-hour forecast to plan your day tomorrow, because you can look at this and say, oh, I got to go to work, I got to take the kids to school. Okay, but try and find some time to get outside, because it is going to be another beauty. 20 degrees at 8 a.m., 27 through the afternoon, likely hitting a high of 28 in between hours, which is just above average by a degree. And there's your wind from the south-southeast. Notice how there's a chance of showers. Not everybody gets rain, but there is that possibility tomorrow, and then a likelihood on Wednesday. Out west, 28 Calgary, 24 Yellowknife. It's still quite warm late this evening, and the heat warnings are in place for another day. It has been quite the stretch out west, and that's one of the reasons why there's so much wildfire smoke again. Some of that is making its way towards us. It's caught up in this area of low pressure. So yes, there's some rain, but there's also that potential for smoke later this week. Here's our pinpoint radar, which shows some activity over Norfolk County. London's seen some light rain, and the smoke that I mentioned, well, it's basically wrapped up in this low. So yeah, hazy conditions expected, and then that moves out. We get some fresher, clean northern Canada air, and then maybe smoke again by the weekend. So that's something that we got used to last year, and it looks like it's back, at least for a time. Our Futurecast model shows the sun, and then here are those showers late in the day, risk of a thunderstorm, and then Wednesday, notice how it's a lot more widespread. So if we need rain by next Wednesday, we'll get it, hopefully, and then it'll dry out for a 5-day stretch of sunshine. Here's your forecast for tonight. 19 in Kingston, 16 in Ottawa, 11 in Muskoka, and tomorrow in Toronto getting up to 28. So it is a very pleasant, warm day. Peterborough 28, Belleville 28, 24 near the lake in Cobourg, 29 for the Niagara. 26 on Wednesday, mostly afternoon showers and that potential for thunderstorms. Cooler for Thursday, but it doesn't last. A big warm-up, 29 Sunday, 31 a week from today. And I do want to end with the dog walking forecast. This is Tonto in Muskoka, just sitting on the dock. It's kind of where I want to be tomorrow. 23 degrees with sunshine for the morning walk. Have a great night.